Hello and welcome to part 3 of my look at the Hyperkin Retron5. If you missed the previous 2 installments, you can click the video description or check the annotations here to take you to those videos. So in this part 3, I'm going to be taking a look at the Famicom portion of the Retron5. This is going to be completely separate from the NES video, which will be a follow-up in part 4. And the reason I'm doing this separately is because I have a lot of games to talk about for the Famicom, and stuff that doesn't really apply to the NES section, and likewise, what the NES section doesn't apply to the Famicom section. So first of all, let's get right into the video. So I'm going to be running a stress test on all the Famicom games I have, and giving you an overview of what ROMs the Retron5 has problems with, which ones it can run perfectly, and it's all of its feature sets like that. So, like I said, this is going to be just a taste of what Famicom games I have, but this is going to be pretty much comprehensive for what you generally would expect to find from firmware 2.0 Beta 6, which is the latest firmware as of the recording of this video. So anyway, let's get right into it. So we're going to put in the first game and try this. First game is Arkanoid 2. Alright, next. Now here's one I know that a lot of people will be asking about. So let's get right into it. Occasionally, you still need to blow on your game cartridges to get them to work, but, a little bit of air pressure and here we go. Here is Akumajo Densetsu, the Japanese version of Castlevania 3 running its VRC6 chipset. As you can hear, the Retron5 has no problem emulating the VRC6 expansion audio, so what you get is a beautiful rendition that actually sounds better than on the AV Famicom. Let's get right into it. Alright, enough of that. A parody game. Here is Akumajo Special Boku Dracula-kun. Sometimes simply called by its localized Game Boy port version, which is called Kid Dracula. Alright. Next. Infamous game. So here's Atlantis No Nazo, or The Mystery of Atlantis. Now, even though this game is an official cartridge, it's not like a pirated or anything like that, it comes up as unknown cartridge, so I don't know why it's not listed, but whatever, it works. There's no problem with it. This game is infamous for being just completely cheap. Alright, enough of that. That's way more Atlantis No Nazo than I can handle. Alright, next. Here's everyone's favorite Contra. This is the Japanese version, so it means that it has an expanded story that was taken out of the NES version, as well as some enhanced visual effects. Alright, let's get right into it. The almighty machine gun, yeah. Everyone talks about the spread gun being so great. For me, it's the machine gun. Yeah, I love this thing. Rapid fire without having to have rapid fire. No, I don't want the flame shot. Avoid it. No, lost it. Alright, well you guys get the point of this. Alright, so next. Now let's try another game. That's not rating that one. There we go. We're going to play some Dynamite Batman. Man, Sunsoft made the best games. Alright. Next, here is Namco game. Here is Digital Devil Story Megami Tensei. If you've ever played any of the Persona games, Persona 3 or Persona 4, or any of those games, this is the game that traces all its lineage all the way back to this one. Before it was Shin Megami Tensei, it was just Megami Tensei. So just randomly assign some character profiles here. Another reason I'm playing this game is because this game has a special chip in it for music, and I wanted to play the music of Megami Tensei here. Dun 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 dun. Now, I believe that this game uses Namco's 108. But the next one is also a Namco game, and this one uses Namco 163. So I also wanted to show you its crazy wavetable capabilities, which is what the Famicom could do that the NES could not. So it's just crazy that some of these companies made such advanced chips. In fact, I think that this one here uses the Namco 163, which is the most advanced sound chip there ever was for the Famicom, with the sole exception of the VRC-7, but that was only used for like one game, so ignoring that one. This is Erica and Satome's Dream Adventure. The game is an 8-bit visual novel / adventure game, but it's got some amazing music. Alright, let's move on. Next, we'll be running VRC4. Now here's a nostalgic game. When you go look at the very beginnings of my channel, one of the very first video reviews I ever did, in fact, the first video review I ever did was for Famicom Wars here. Sure takes me back. Alright, let's get right into it. Famicom Wars! Alright, Famicom Wars works. Take that out. Now here's one I know people will be asking about. This is the Famicom N8 EverDrive. Plug that in, see what happens. And nothing happens. The Hyperkin Retron5 is not compatible with any flash card. It doesn't work with anything that you will ever try, and it probably never will, because of the simple nature of how the Retron 5 works by dumping the ROM cartridges from the cartridges themselves. So, you know, flash cards don't have their own ROM, so you can't do that. So that doesn't work, but that's not surprising, and that shouldn't not surprise anyone. Here's another one that I love. Here's Gambale Goemon 2. Let's get right into it. Fight to the face. Oh, sorry. Didn't mean to do that. Come back here, thief. Yeah, I'll teach you to be a thief. You're not doing it right. Alright, enough of that. Moving on. Here is MMC5, the most advanced mapper on the NES. Breed is a turn-based strategy RPG that is pretty fantastic. This game was in development for over 3 years on the Famicom, and, you know, came out to a lot of fanfare. This game came out in '92, I believe, and was a very, very popular game up for the Famicom. The additional reason I'm showing this is because, like Felix the Cat and James Bond Jr., this game uses the alternative color palette of the NES and sort of distills colors down a bit, and this is what it looks like. So you get an alternative palette to what most NES games would be, most Famicom games too. I am brave. Ah. Alright, next. Pull that out. Continue. Another Konami game. Here is YY World 2. Yep, get right into it. Choose my heroes. My heroes are going to be Upa, Fuma, and Simon. Yeah. Alright, get right into it. Come on, come on. Yep, I know, yes. Turn me into Simon Belmont. Alright, I'm not Simon Belmont, I'm Fuma. I've got some Fuma. I almost was Simon. Alright, moving on. Here is Lagrange point. Lagrange point used the very advanced VRC7 sound chip, which makes it even more advanced than Akumajo Densetsu. Again, I will be Every time I hear this, it just sends chills down my spine. You know, this is the Famicom producing this audio. Alright. Skip this. Now here's where things get interesting. I'm going to be running a copy of Rainbow Islands. Oops. The copy of Rainbow Islands I'm running is actually a pirate. This is not the original game. So you notice that it's completely missing any mention of its copyright data from Taito. It's interesting because, you know, this game is a pirate copy of the game, and it shows up both its header as Rainbow Islands 2, and the game completely works just fine, and it's missing its copyright data, so it's not like it's running like some other ROM or something. It's clearly taken from the cart, and the game is Rainbow Islands. The game where you're a little boy and you shoot rainbows out of your crotch and blow up insects. Hooray! Goal in! Alright. Next, because I know, you know, people will always want to wonder about this one. Wonder no more. Here it is. Now, I'm not actually going to play this because, you know, there's no real point, but hey, look, Mario 3 on the Retron 5. Or, if you prefer the alternative version, oops. We can simply play this version instead. Instead of Super Mario Bros. 3, we can just play 3. I love 3. It's the best game ever. Totally better than 2. And that is an example of Famicom Pirate Cart working perfectly on the Retron 5. So now let's check out some multi-carts and see what happens if I try and run various multi-carts. First of all is the PowerJoy PJ008. Well, it does something. You can see that it's clearly something, but it's nothing at the same time. The menu sort of boots, but none of the games are accessible. If you press start or access a game, it just boots right back to its internal menu again. Not surprising because, you know, multi-carts tend to not work on the Retron 5. Pull that out. Next. Here is Super 4-in-1. Try that again. See what happens. Oh, Super 4-in-1 also dumps. See what happens here. I see something happening. Try and access a game. Nope, same thing, nothing happens. Not playable. But not surprising either. How about 61-in-1? Because 60-in-1 would be a crazy number. Hey, how about that? We get internal menu music, but we get no menu. So once again, doesn't work. How about Super 20-in-1? Hey, look at this. It's Star Force. Completely graphically screwed up, but hey, Star Force is something. The music works, and the game is playable, technically, if you just like squares. Alright. Let's see what happens if I hit reset. Oh, it takes me back. Yeah, there's Star Force again. So that's sort of interesting. How about Super 150-in-1? Multicarts love to use the word super. Unknown cartridge. Hey, there's the menu actually boots this time. So let's try, I don't know, something crazy. Super Dormant 3QR. I love that game. No, but unfortunately it doesn't work. The only thing we can do here is make fun of the stupid names they came up with. Loyalty 2P. Horse. Wet Fleet. Long Gardener. Super Fortress. Batman. The Batman game is Battle City, I think. 1991 Kung. Super Genius. Secure. Oh man, I love this multi-cart. Alright, enough of that. And I only have one more multi-cart to test, and that is 110 in 1. So let's see what happens. Try that again. 110 in 1 multi-cart. Let's see. Oh, it's taking a good while to dump. Alright, let's try this. Hey look, there's a menu again. Starting with Flipple, an exciting cube game. Alright, let's try, I don't know, the Goonies here. Oh, look at that! The Goonies! It works! But maybe this is just one game, so let's try something else. Go back to the menu. Let's try Mighty Bomb Jack. Hey, look, Mighty Bomb Jack. So I don't know what it is about this one specific multi-cart, but all the games on this cart work. But none of the other carts do anything. Try that again. Pac-Man? Yep, Pac-Man. So, right down to the letter, every single game works on this multi-cart. So there you go, guys. Thanks for watching this video. If you have any questions about Famicom compatibility, feel free to leave those in the comment section down below. But as you can see, it runs pretty much everything, even some multi-carts that I didn't expect it to. So until next time, guys, stay tuned for the NES portion. Until then, see you next time.